What a cutie.
No more shirt. There's nothing in the shirt. Nothing.
Well, if you're just tuning in, sorry about the technical difficulties we had when we just started a few minutes ago. Hopefully everything goes well now. Henry.
Little bits, little bits.
But thanks so much for joining us for our live at lunchtime today.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, everyone. Well, I'll just continue from where I left off. This is Henry, if you didn't know from before. This is Henry. He's a mule. He's very handsome, very funny, very curious, and loves his snacks.
Oh my goodness, he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I was explaining the way to get to know an equine, especially one that tends to be a little bit more nervous. Can we go to this side? Hold on. Treats help. Staying calm, having a calm demeanor. Now, he was showing me that he was very relaxed because a few minutes ago he yawned. And when horses yawn, it means they are in a relaxed state, which is great. Hi. Yeah. So he knows he's safe and loved, right? All right, there you go, bud. Very good. And I was showing everybody before another thing to do, a less intimidating way to approach a horse sometimes, is to crouch down. It's just less threatening for them, and I think it helps Henry. Right, Henry? Yeah. I don't have any more, buddy. No more. So let's talk about these wonderful mules. Now, Henry here, I'll give you just a little bit about his background. He probably had the most sordid past. He was very neglected and abused, and was in a terrible auction place, and probably would have been sold to slaughter had we not rescued him. He is, he's just so sweet. I love him. I love getting to know him. And like I said, this is really great because sometimes he's known for being the most cautious, I would say, out of the three, and doesn't approach many people, but unless he knows you, of course. But he is, as you can see, is doing very well and very intrigued at the moment, right?
It definitely took him time because of his past, getting adjusted to the sanctuary when he first came here.
Absolutely.
And even especially meeting new people.
Absolutely. And equines have very good memories. So it's very possible that he has some of those bad memories still. But it's being replaced with all good ones, isn't it? Yeah. So he's about 27 years old. Hi, honey. Marilyn, his pasture mate Marilyn, she's named after Marilyn Monroe for her long, beautiful red eyelashes. If she were closer, I would say we can get a closer look.
Yeah, we'll pop over to there. So you can see Marilyn and then Babe over there. We'll pop over a little closer in a bit.
Yeah, and Marilyn's about 30 years old, and she was also rescued. They were Amish work mules, right? But no longer. Now that you're in retirement, you get to just enjoy being a mule. And Babe is about 31 years old. Oh, thank you. She's about 31 years old, and he is the youngest. You're the bachelor, right? 27. Oh, boy. So let's talk about mules a bit. Let's notice maybe some of the differences between a horse and a mule.
Yeah.
All right, so if you look at their body, you'll probably notice that they have ears, long ears like a donkey. They have a bit of a stockier build, but they're tall like a horse, right? Yeah. And they have short manes like a donkey. Now, the reason for this is because a mule is a cross between a horse and a donkey, right? Right. So, male mules have a name. Now, I don't know if you know, but male donkeys are called jacks. Female donkeys are called jennets or jennies. So male mules are called johns. Yeah. Are you a john? Yes, you are. And Marilyn and Babe, they're female mules. They would be considered mollies. So Molly and John, right? Yeah. Whoops. Sorry.
So Henry the John, Marilyn the Molly.
Marilyn
That's
the Molly.
so interesting.
I don't know. We might have to consider it their middle name, I think. So yeah, and so Now, mules, so there's, all right, well, a mule technically is a male donkey for a father and a female horse for a mother. Now, if it were the opposite way around, we would have a hinny, Hinny, and a hinny has a male, has a donkey for a mother and a horse or a stallion as the father. And they would be considered hinnies. We do not have any hinnies here at the sanctuary.
No, we have seven mules here, though. Seven total.
And they're awesome. Mules are awesome. Yeah. Are you trying to eat more treats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well. Now, as you can see, I mean, you can probably tell, mules are known for being extremely intelligent. He knows I have more treats. He probably senses I'm going to give him more at some point, right? So he's being smart, and he's saying, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to join the live. And I'm going to earn some treats for myself. And he knows they're in the bag. Don't scare yourself. I'm going to pick this up. And like I said, I want to move slowly around him because he's still getting to know me. And I want to earn his trust.
We were also talking before the live, Michelle, of why you should really be careful around mules and walking around them, especially if you're not familiar with them.
Absolutely.
I mean, just like with any equines, you want to be careful, you know, if you're behind them because they can kick back. But mules
have a very, I mean, all equines do. But hi, you're making me laugh. Mules have a very powerful kick. I would say probably at times more powerful than a horse, and they can also kick to the side outwards and have a very powerful kick. So you want to be really careful where you're standing and what's going on if they spook or whatever, right? Yeah. But speaking of spooking, here's another interesting fact about mules. Mules are known for also being, I know everybody's heard the term stubborn as a mule.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not actually stubborn, are you? No. It's their protection mechanism. So they are known for being less flighty, and they more freeze when they get scared. So horses are more flighty, and mules are more stoic and freeze. And it's very difficult to get a mule to do something that they don't want to do or that they feel is dangerous. So it's not because they're being stubborn, it's because they're trying to protect themselves. Right? Yeah. See, it's not because I'm stubborn, it's because I'm smart.
So are they less stubborn than donkeys?
That's a good question.
That's kind of something taking away from their parents, a little less stubborn?
Maybe. You know, I think it all depends on personality, too. I mean, obviously, they can spook. They do run. They can get flighty. It all depends on the personality of the equine, right? They're all different. But as a general rule, mules tend to be less flighty and they more freeze. Which I completely get because when I get scared, I freeze too. Right? Yeah, I do. So I get it. Yeah. Good boy. You're a good boy. You're very lippy. Yeah.
And something that's also interesting about mules is because they are, a hybrid, you know, they're a cross between a horse and a donkey. The family tree kind of ends with them because
yeah, it does.
They take on an odd number of chromosomes compared to their horse and their donkey parent. So they have 63 chromosomes, so they're not able to reproduce.
That's right.
So basically mules are infertile. So no babies.
No babies for you guys. I know, that's very
But
sad.
I find that very fascinating.
It is. I think it was, if I remember correctly, the donkey has 62.
And horses have 64.
And they have 63, which, because of that odd number, cannot reproduce. Right?
Yeah.
And what are you doing? You're being very midgy.
I know. You're going to hog all the treats. You know we're going to have to visit Marilyn and Babe, right?
So mules are also known for having smoother muscles than horses do.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you think about them, and more muscle mass. Do you have more muscle mass? So they get the agility of a horse. What? And the strength and intelligence of donkeys. So they have the best of both worlds. Now, mules can do everything that a horse can do. Mules can learn to do all sorts of things like jumping and dressage and all sorts of things. But mainly, I would say they're mostly used for, work. Yeah, because they're very strong, aren't you? Yeah, do you like that? Oh, I think I found a spot he likes.
Ooh.
There we go.
We got Wyatt over here peeking over, wondering what's going on.
Wyatt's always curious. He's an attention hog. Right? So mules are known for having more muscle mass. They're kind of like the football players of the equine world. Right? Yeah.
And it is interesting because mules can sometimes be referred to as like the quote unquote forgotten equine. When you say equine, people tend to think maybe horses and donkeys because mules are generally bred for work purposes or riding purposes, as far as, you know, the term pack mule. And so because they're bred for just a couple of those purposes compared to horses or donkeys, they tend to be forgotten, but they are wonderful and they are beautiful.
Yes, they are.
And we shouldn't forget about them.
Oh my gosh, no, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. All right. He knows what he wants, that's for sure. Yeah, so donkeys, again, mules are not stubborn. They are more full of common sense because of their intelligence, right? Let's see. Mules have a natural attraction to humans. Yeah, they do. Excuse me. But they don't respond well to certain types of training. They respond well to patience and love, which I agree for every equine should be the method, right? But they respond better to logical and sequential steps. What are you doing? And, they're known for being very obedient and trusting when treated with love, patience, and kindness, right? Yeah. Love, patience, and kindness. See, that's what I need. That's what the world needs more of, right?
Yeah.
So
it can take some time for them to trust you, but it's worth it.
That's right. So we can learn a lot from a mule and their personalities because they are loyal and loving and trusting, but they require that from you. And that's how the world should be, right? That's right, Mr. Henry. So there are different types of mules, different sizes, shapes, colors. They can come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors, just like horses. And there are mini mules, which is a cross between a mini horse and a mini donkey.
Oh, that sounds adorable.
Yeah, and they're about 50 pounds, and they are smaller. They're 50 inches or less, is it considered a mini mule. And they have standard mules. Do you mind? That's not very nice. No, thank you. Standard mules are 50 inches or more. Now remember, they're measured just like horses are, from the hoof to the withers. Are you going to let me touch your withers? Probably not. I don't know. I'll point to it. These are, right here is the wither. So they're measured from the bottom of their hoof to the wither. Okay, and then they have draft mules, which is a cross between either a mammoth donkey and a mare, or a draft horse and a donkey, right? Yeah. And they are 68 inches or above. They're pretty big.
Ooh.
Yeah, they could be 17 hands, which is pretty big, right? Yeah. No more. And now, as you can see, I think he's feeling more and more confident, which I love to see from him. He's a sweet boy, aren't you? And the sun's coming back out.
Yeah.
But before I continue, do we have any questions or anything that you'd like to... Excuse me. Thank you.
Showing off your teeth a little bit there. Yeah, if anyone has any questions about mules specifically, feel free to write them down in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to answer any questions, or even specifically about him,
Mm-hmm.
or about his personality, or about his pasturemates. Hi. Yeah, I'm moving my arms. I know.
In fact, maybe should we try to see if we can walk over to Marilyn and Babe, see what they're up to?
Absolutely. I'm going to pick up my bag.
But here is a fun fact about mules. We've been talking a lot about how they are a cross, they are a hybrid, and they are apparently the oldest known hybrid animal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I also read an interesting fact, although I haven't done much research on it, but I heard that George Washington was involved in breeding mules.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you following? Oh boy, look at this. I think we've made a friend.
Yeah, playing off of what you were saying about George Washington, within the United States in particular as a country, yeah, he played a major role in the development of America's mule population, and it's kind of known as the first mule breeder.
That's amazing.
Here in the U.S.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Isn't he so cute? I just love him.
I'm gonna see.
Come on, buddy. Let's go take a walk.
Go visit our redhead, Marilyn, over here.
Now let's see if I can get Marilyn and Babe to come get some treats. And then hopefully you guys can get a glimpse at her beautiful eyelashes. Now, as we're walking, it's very important for mules to feel safe in order to engage with you. They need to feel very safe. Another cool fact I thought, a difference between horses and mules is that mules tend to eat less. They tend to live a little longer. They can live between 35 and 40 years old. And they are more resistant to parasites and disease, and they have tougher hooves than the horse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, girls.
They also don't overheat as easily. Oh my goodness, are you coming over? Come on over. Come here. Come on. Come on. Let's see if my approach method will work with you.
Yeah.
As long as Henry can
And
behave
Henry
himself.
is here to follow you.
Hi, honey. Hi, baby girl. You want some?
So here is Babe.
Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry, I have more for you.
And then here's Marilyn. Do you
those
see those
gorgeous
beautiful eyelashes?
Hi, beauty. It's
Oh,
okay.
it's okay.
You're okay. You're safe. Come here. I'll give you more. Here, babe. Or Marilyn. Here, Marilyn. Here you go. Good.
Oh, look
girl.
at that. It's one big happy mule family.
Oh, it certainly is. More babe. Yeah. Hi, baby girl. I'm going to slowly stand up. Thank you. Hi. Aren't these guys great? They're just so amazing. Yes, you are. You are amazing. Yeah, good girls.
So one thing when it comes to caring for mules here at the sanctuary, I've talked about this with our equine care manager, Melissa, about it. So we mentioned sometimes how mules can tend to be a little bit more stoic and still. And when it comes to any discomfort they might feel as they're out here, they tend to hide that and mask that a little bit more because they tend to be, as we said, a little bit more stoic. So Melissa said, you got to keep a little bit of an extra eye on the mules to really see, compared to a horse that might express their discomfort a little bit more and let you know what's going on. You got to keep a closer eye on the mules.
Now, I don't know if you guys just heard that.
A little Winnie there.
That's something I wanted to mention. So mules, if you're ever wondering how they sound, okay, they have very distinct sounds that they make. So they can whinny like a horse, but they can also bray like a donkey. And sometimes they have a combination type of sound called like a whine. And that's kind of what she just did. Marilyn just made a little bit of a whiny sound, right? And sometimes they can have like a mixture of the two, a braying and a whinny, which sounds kind of funny and distinct. So they're very unique, right? Yeah, hi. You're so cute. Hi. Now, some people prefer the hinnies as compared to the mules, the male mules, because they are more sure-footed than the males are and slow moving, more cautious. And I don't know if you saw, everyone, last week's live or was it last week? Yes, the hair whirls. And now I told you that mules are known for being very intelligent. I don't know if you can get close enough, Alex, but if you notice where these hair rolls are on the mules, they are below their eyes, which is a sign of intelligence. And each of them have one right below the eyes. So maybe it holds true. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it true? You're okay, baby girl. You're okay. Right? Babe has one. She has one right here. Marilyn has one in the same spot. Yeah. Oh, are they chasing you away? Are they chasing you away? Hi. I don't have any more. No. I think I should give some more to Babe and Marilyn because they're waiting so patiently.
I know.
Yeah.
You want to share the treats, Henry? Hi, girls.
All right. I only have a few more. We can't have too many. No. Look at those beautiful eyes of Marilyn.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
If you like, they're just so calm. And horses' eyes, equine's eyes can say so much without having to say anything at all. Right? And Babe, yeah. And Henry. All right, my friends. I'm going to give one to Babe. I'll give one to Marilyn. There we go. And I'll give one to you. You had enough, though. What was that? What was that? Silly goose. Here. Yeah.
Can we get that crunch sound?
You guys are precious.
This is very calming.
It is very common. You guys are beautiful. They're beautiful. Each equine is so special and unique. I just love it. Yeah. You can't eat my papers, though. I'm going to stand on my paper.
When you're all out of treats.
Yep. I think you guys have had enough. Well, you've had enough anyway. You guys didn't. I'll have to give you more. Yeah. So, do we have any questions before we continue on? It's a beautiful day here. I hope you guys are enjoying your day wherever you are. Hi. It's so wonderful that they're coming over and engaging with us, right?
Oh, Linda has a question.
Yes.
Did the U.S. Cavalry use strictly horses to ride, or did they also ride mules?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Now, I don't know specifically with the U.S. Cavalry. That's something that maybe we'll have to look into. But mules did play an important role in military history within the United States, actually. They were used as haulers for ammunition and other supplies in both of the world wars, and they often carried wounded soldiers out.
Amazing.
So they played important roles within our military history.
We'll have to get back to you on that
specific
question. You just scared everybody. We'll have to get back to you with that specific question. That's a very good question. Hi, handsome.
Why'd you scare them off?
He says, because I want all the treats.
Oh.
And the attention. Come on, babe. You can come back over. No.
Henry's progress since arriving at the sanctuary has been very incredible.
Yeah.
It just takes some time and patience.
Sure does.
Yeah? Oh, you want to say hi? Look at that handsome face.
Yeah. How can you not love that face? All right. Well, if there are no other questions, we're going to let you guys go. But until next week, have a wonderful week and a wonderful day. And as always, feel free to write to us with any questions you have. If there's not a question we can answer, we would be happy to look into it and answer it for you and follow up with you. And yeah, that's it. Have a great day.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.